Did Biden's aides pull a fast one? House Republicans are now investigating Biden's use of an Autopen.
Alright, let's talk about what's really going down with Biden's Autopen situation. They're calling it the biggest scandal since 2020, but is that hype or just something that they don't want us to pay attention to? The Autopen's not new. Presidents have used it before, but usually for simple things like signing routine documents. Now suddenly Biden's use of it is raising some serious questions. In fact, Trump just said the other day that it's worse than the election fraud, claiming that the government decisions were signed without Biden even knowing it. If that's true, we gotta ask ourselves, who was really pulling the strings?
You know, the Autopen is becoming a big deal because it seems like that maybe was the president who ever operated the Autopen. But when they say that that was not good, they also, you have to look and you have to say that the test was not so good either.
I mean, if he wasn't the one who's approving these moves, somebody else was running the whole show behind the scenes. And I'm just wondering who that was. Congress ain't just letting this slide. They're digging into who authorized these Autopen signatures and whether there's more to the story than we're really being told. And the media is quiet on the bigger implications. But the reality is these Autopen signatures have affected major executive orders like climate policies, foreign relations, and even pardons.
They're questioning whether his executive actions were legit. Republicans are zeroing in on many last-minute pardons. They say Biden might not have been fully in charge. The allegation, unelected aides were calling the shots. The Trump Justice Department is even looking into Biden-era pardons. House Oversight Chairman James Comer plans to subpoena former Biden aides. He believes they coordinated the Autopen's use. Republicans are focusing on Biden's final days in office, specifically pardons granted to high-profile people. Were these decisions really Biden's?
This ain't just some small-time paperwork situation. These are decisions that shape in our country. There's even a whisper about White House staff pushing through pardons with an Autopen, bypassing the rules. Now, if this is true, that's corruption at the highest level.
32 clemency warrants were signed with the Autopen. Trump claims aides might have used it to push through lenient immigration policies, all without Biden's knowledge.
A whistleblower recently came forward claiming the whole thing was controlled by insiders, not Biden himself. And this investigation ain't just about whether he used an Autopen. It's about whether or not he had the power to make the decisions in the first place. Now here's the real question. If Biden wasn't signing off on these moves himself, who was? Who's actually in control?
The Trump Justice Department is even looking into Biden-era pardons. House Oversight Chairman James Comer plans to subpoena former Biden aides. He believes they coordinated the Autopen's use.
And this scandal ain't just about some pin, it's about how deep the deception goes. And it's one thing we've all learned, who've been watching, paying attention, is that when there's silence, there's usually something that they don't want you to find. So we'll keep peeling back the layers because trust and truth is not just given. They gotta be fought for.
I'm just thinking, as you say that, I just said, what about Autopens? Could I use an Autopen? What did Biden do? Did he have an Autopen at the desk?
Nuclear power.
No, he didn't do events like this. Yeah, he used nuclear power. He didn't do events like this, I guess. It's all right. Otherwise, you walk into the other side of the room, have an Autopen sign it, right? Here it is. It's phase one. Very big phase, very important phase.